Alright, so label this in your math notebook decimal subtraction and date it. Again, I'm still here on the 23rd of November. So we're going to go through some subtraction problems. We're first going to be looking at whole numbers, then we'll go into decimals. There's two things we're looking at here. And again, use the strategies you're comfortable with. But what I'm wanting you to think about is when is one strategy better than the other. So I'll be focused on those two different strategies, kind of looking at when we would use one and the other. And that's what I'll ask you to consider at the end and kind of write me a note at the end of your work is when do you think each strategy is best used. Okay, so the first problem that we're going to look at is 43 minus 4. So again, what I want you to do, I want you to draw this out. Don't just solve it. Okay. So draw it out so we get used to kind of seeing these numbers. So go ahead and do that. All right, we're back, and what we're going to look at here, because these numbers kind of are super far apart, we're going to look at what we have been calling the removal strategy. So starting on 43. Taking away those 3 to get us that multiple of 10. And then moving one more to get to 39. So we have 43 minus 4 is 39. Next one we're going to look at is 52 minus 49. Okay, go ahead and pause it and solve it. Okay. We're going to be looking at trying to find the distance here, since they're a little closer together. So if I have 49, I'm going to move my 1 up to get to 50. And then that leaves me 2 more to get to 52. So if we look at that 1 and that 2, then my difference, or that distance in between the two, is going to be 3. So 52 minus 49 is 3. And now we're going to look at some decimals. So if you want to think of these in terms of money, that might help you out. But we could say $19.20 or $19 or 19 and 2 tenths minus $18.90 or 18 and 9 tenths. So again, choose one of the strategies, try and get to the answer, drawing it out. And we're back. So, because I see these numbers as close together, I am going to try and get that distance. So I'm going to start with 18.9. And I want to get to 19.2. So I know if I go 1, that's going to get me, or sorry, 1 tenth, or 0.1. That's going to get me to 19 even. And then I have 2 more tenths to go to get to 19.2. So that means the distance between these two is 3 tenths. So 19 and 2 tenths minus 18 and 9 tenths is 3 tenths. Okay, the next one we're going to look at is 17 and 1 tenth minus 15 hundredths. So go ahead and pause and solve and talk. Okay, so we're going to look at the removal strategy here because they are so far apart. So if I'm starting with 17 and 1 tenth, I want to make this easier on myself. So I'm going to take 1 tenth away to get to 17. Taking that 1 tenth away, I have 5 hundredths left to go, which gets me to 16 and 95 hundredths. So that is my answer there. 16 and 95 hundredths. Next problem to take a look at is 34 and 3 tenths minus 4 tenths. Go ahead and pause it, solve it, and share it. Again, we got that. If we want to think of it in terms of money, we have that $34.30 minus 40 cents. Same sort of thing we're looking at here. So if that helps to pause it and solve it. So since, again, I'm going to do the removal here. So I have $34.30. I'm going to take 30 cents away to get me to 34 even. And that leaves me with 10 cents left to take away to gonna get me to $33.90 or 33 9/10. Okay, last problem. We're gonna look at $31, well, 33 3/10 or $31.30 minus 30 8/10. Or we could look at this as $31.30 minus $30.80. Go ahead and solve it. What was I saying? Solve it and share it? Pause it, solve it, share it. There we go. There's my new term there. Okay, we're back here. So because they're close together, we might want to use the distance strategy here. So I'm starting at 30 and 8, and I want to end at 31.3. So I know if I move 0.2, that's going to get me to 31. So that's 0.2 or 2/10. And then from there I have 3/10 left to get to 31.3. Adding those two together, I see that the distance between those two is 5/10. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so again, with your partner, with your group, have that conversation. When do you use the removal strategy? When would you use the distance strategy? And do you have any questions, comments, or concerns about those things? Be sure you are writing down your ideas and your answers in your math notebook, not just talking about it. So have a conversation and then write down your ideas in your math notebook.